Neuro-Linguistic Programming by Ibrahim Elfiky. In the 1970s, mathematician Richard Bandler and linguist John Grinder studied and developed ways and methods based on sensory, linguistic, and cognitive principles, aimed at developing human behavior towards excellence, creativity, and development, and contributed to helping many people to achieve their success and make their lives better. After these long studies, the two scientists were able to develop a new science called Neuro-Linguistic Programming. In order to understand the real meaning of this science, let's explain the words that form it. The word programming refers to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, whether positive or negative, that have been programmed in our minds by parents, school, friends, and media, which can be replaced by other new and positive programs. As for the word linguistic, it means the natural ability to use the spoken or non-spoken language, which is the spoken words or the body language that reveal our intellectual methods and beliefs. And as for the word neuro, it refers to our nervous system, which is the process of our 5 senses through which we see, hear, feel, taste, and smell. It should be noted that learning and understanding neuroprogramming has created the appropriate environment to help people improve their communication with themselves and others, get rid of phobias, and control negative emotions, anxiety, and fear. Bit to remember: Neuro-linguistic programming is the set of our abilities to use the language of the mind with a positive strategy to enable us to make our lives better. The first steps towards understanding neuro-linguistic programming are learning the skills of intrapersonal communication, because God will not change the condition of a people until they change what's in themselves. And to explain this meaning, let's have a look at the model of change that consists of 6 basic stages. First, observe. Start to observe your behavior consciously. Think about how you breathe, communicate, and act under any kind of pressure. Second, decide to do what's necessary for change. Third, learn new skills. Read, listen to tapes, watch educational videos on YouTube, attend conferences, and take lessons. Fourth, understand by simple steps and be studious. Fifth, practice what you have learned daily to be a part of your life. And finally, continue your work until achievement. Be disciplined, and whatever happens, never stop. Bit to remember: if you pay enough attention to the outcome, you will probably reach it. Learning to communicate with others is considered one of the most important topics that neuro-linguistic programming addresses. In fact, anything that we say or do has an effect on people, and it's clear that exchanging communications between us and others may support or break our social relationships. And to understand this meaning, let's look at the representative system. Try to remember the last funny and amusing experience that happened to you. Describe it to yourself or to someone else. And among the following 3 cases, a case that's more identical to reality will appear to you. It may describe your experience from a visual perspective that focuses most of your attention on the images and colors of the experiment. In this case, your primary representative system is visually. Or it may describe the auditory aspect of the experiment, where the sounds and melodies of the experiment catch your attention in the first place. And in this case, your primary representative system is auditory. Or it can describe the emotional side of the experience, focusing on your affective and emotional state. If this description applies to you, your representative system is sensory. Your understanding of your personal system and the system of the person you're talking to has a great impact on conveying ideas, opinions, and bringing the views closer. Bit to remember, discovering your own personality is the access to the personal ability, and discovering other people's personalities is the ultimate ability. Sooner or later you will meet different problems and challenges in life, so you have to learn a problem-solving strategy. And to explain this strategy, let's assume that the company in which your best friend works was facing financial problems. And as a result, his services were terminated and he became unemployed. In this case, the first steps in a problem-solving strategy are separating oneself from the problem, as you should advise him to search for a comfortable place in which no one disturbs him for at least 20 minutes. He must sit and breathe deeply, close his eyes, and imagine that he is in a challenge, and separate himself from the situation and see himself in a dominant position. As for the second step, it's to avoid negative emotions. Always start dealing with emotions before using logic, because the feelings of people are often very negative. And to achieve this, take note of the problem, sympathize, feel with the person, and share his concerns. As for the third step, it focuses on finding practical solutions, either by the contributing method in which people are invited to provide solutions to this problem, and this method is suitable for people who are inclined to mental analysis and are concerned with details, or by the second method, which is finding a solution alone, which means that you're responsible for finding the solution by your own. And this method is suitable for individuals with revolutionary and impulsive behavior. In the last step, positive emotions are linked, as connecting people with good feelings always has a positive effect. Bit to remember, resistance is a thought that's transformed into feelings. If you change the idea that generated resistance, the resistance will vanish and disappear. Thanks for watching. Please follow our social media accounts. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.